Another day on planet Earth, another cancelled PlayStation game. It's not a PlayStation game, but it was being developed by an external studio. It's a game that gets cancelled because PlayStation no longer wants to make games as a service. So yes, it's a PlayStation game. It wasn't being made by a PlayStation studio, but the game was called Horizon. It's from PlayStation. Yes, friends, we have confirmation of a new cancellation of a Sony multiplayer. Yesterday, I released a video on this channel where I told you about all the titles that had already been cancelled. There were a total of 9 titles, 7 of them were PlayStation's own, 2 were external. And to that list from yesterday, today, we have to add one more title, which is the massively multiplayer online role-playing game Multiplayer of Horizon. I'm going to tell you everything we know about this title and about what just happened, because I think it's important. Let's see, something is changing inside PlayStation. Better said, something changed. From the departure of Jim Ryan until now. Oh, it's like it's healing. PlayStation is somehow pulling itself together. Or at least returning or wanting to return to what we know as PlayStation. To sum up, let's begin with the note before jumping to any conclusions about the video. The Horizon, massively multiplayer online role-playing game, was conceived as another game that was going to be part of this universe of online multiplayer games that Sony PlayStation planned to launch. Sony had signed an agreement in 2022 with NSSoft, a South Korean studio recognized for its experience in MMORPGs, to carry out this ambitious Horizon project. However, according to reports initially published by South Korean media such as MTN, which is a newspaper from South Korea, the development of this game has been definitively halted due to creative differences between Sony and NSSoft, coupled with some speculations about the future of multiplayer games. At the time of recording this video, neither Sony nor NSSoft have officially commented. But they might comment, Aporo has already posted the video just to mess with my life today or tomorrow. Official statements. To better understand the impact of this cancellation, it's important to talk a little about NSSoft and get to know this company. This studio is based in Seoul, South Korea and was founded in 1997. Being a quite long-lived studio, NSSoft is known worldwide for titles like Lineage, Ion and Guild Wars, among many other titles, games that have defined the massively multiplayer online role-playing game genre for decades. The deal with NSSoft was a calculated move by Sony. Jim Ryan, at that time Chief Executive Officer of PlayStation, created a partnership with NSSoft to create games as services, and the first one would be Horizon, the experience of NSSoft in creating massive multiplayer worlds. And their ability to maintain active online communities for decades was ideal for Sony PlayStation, who at that time was looking to expand into games as a service. The idea was simple. Take advantage of the Horizon narrative and build a Lineage and massively multiplayer online role-playing game but of Horizon. It's important to understand that NSSoft is the Bethesda of MMORPGs. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating. You know, I like to exaggerate. It's a very important study. He's been making MMORPGs for almost 30 years. While no specific details have been revealed about the reasons for this cancellation, reports point to irreconcilable creative differences between Sony and NSSoft. And also reports point to a disastrous viability review, meaning the project was not viable. The collaboration between NSSoft and Sony was also affected by the reassessment that Sony PlayStation is doing regarding the strategy of games as a service. Let's remember the accumulated failures and cancellations of PlayStation and the restructuring they are experiencing right now. For Sony PlayStation, this cancellation represents another stumble in the attempt to diversify the game portfolio and compete in the games as a service market. And for NSSoft, this cancellation is the interruption of a project that had been in development for at least 2 years, maybe 3. Probably a big loss of money. In theory, Guerrilla Games continues developing another spin-off of Horizon. And in theory, it's another online multiplayer that would still be alive. Or at least that's what we know. But as I told you in yesterday's video, which by the way I recommend you watch to expand on this topic, the reality right now is that we don't know. We are in very uncertain times. They might continue developing this game, they might not, nothing is certain. And obviously, not only is nothing certain for us, nothing is certain for them either. I'm referring to PlayStation, who these days don't exactly know which way to go. This has nothing to do with Guerrilla Games, nor with PlayStation, nor with NSoft, but I think it's relevant to the topic. Do you remember this title? Do you remember this trailer, this video? Well, this is the presentation of Light of Motiram, an open-world action and adventure video game that generated quite a controversy a few weeks ago due to the immense similarity this has with what could be understood as a multiplayer of Horizon. Well, this video game Light of Motiram is a free-to-play for PC developed by Tencent. A title that invites us to explore a post-apocalyptic land populated by mechanical creatures. Known as mechanimals, which would be, well, the creatures of the Horizon. Well, in this game we can tame these creatures, train them, confront other civilizations, with other players, build our shelter and so on. A Horizon-style survival. As I said, this game has nothing to do directly with Guerrilla Games. But I bring it up because it is this... what the people at Guerrilla Games were developing. It could be another nail in the coffin for a Horizon multiplayer. NCSoft cancels the Horizon game, the massively multiplayer online role-playing game for viability reasons. That is, they didn't find it viable, profitable, and due to creative differences with PlayStation. That's what the report from the South Korean media says, which, opening a parenthesis, is the same media that presented the photos and information when Jim Ryan signed the contract with NSoft. That is, we can trust this media. While that's happening, right next door in China, Tencent is getting ahead of any move that Guerrilla Games might make with another multiplayer that is supposedly in development. And it presents Light of Motiram. I have no idea when Light of Motiram comes out, but it already has a trailer. It must be more or less done. If Guerrilla Games was currently making a Horizon multiplayer, as everyone says, as we supposedly know, I think they are considering it a lot right now. It's clear that something is happening. Something is happening on PlayStation. Is something happening in the video game industry? Generalized lines about it. About games as a service. We have seen many video games as a service fail. In recent years, titles with interesting proposals, titles with original proposals, titles that were just one more of the bunch, and that's it. Titles that belonged to big renowned franchises and unknown titles. I have no idea about the statistics now, but I would dare to say that 1 out of every 20 multiplayer games that come out on the market is still alive. And the rest die. I don't know. I don't have the statistics. But obviously there is a generalized trend of all the players no longer being interested in new multiplayer games. As new multiplayer games fail, or the lifelong multiplayer games, or those that have been on the market for a couple of years, are increasingly successful. Call it Call of Duty, call it Fortnite, call it whatever you want. The League of Legends. Whatever comes to mind, it seems that the boom is over. And it seems that with the boom over, PlayStation's plans to get into this are also ending. Well, let's see, that's obvious. I think we are witnessing one of the craziest PlayStation generations we have been lucky to see. Because this PlayStation 5 generation has seen it all. We are only halfway through. It's like when you're watching a movie and you're halfway through and the main character has already died and you say, okay, what's gonna happen now? I don't know. Honestly, I think this is for the best if, well, the people from NSoft are not going to agree that this is for the best. I think this is for the best. I ask you what you think in the comments. If this news makes you happy or puts you or nervous, let me know because I'm very interested in knowing what you think. Before closing the video, I want to take advantage and tell you something. Since we're here, I'll take advantage. For those who are interested, I have a discount code on Eniba. I have an 8% discount code on Eniba. And if you combine this with some cards that are available right now, Like for example, the 20 euro one in Spain region, you can save a good amount of money. Look, this card, which is the 20 euro one, comes out to 1754. If we apply the N8 code, just like you're seeing, it goes down to 16. And when you're going to buy it, they charge you a small fee. But anyway, the 20 euro card, you pay less than 18 euros. That is, you save 10%. You can also apply the discount on your purchases to the PlayStation Store cards. From the United States of America and other regions and so on, I show it with the one from Spain because it is the one that is currently most reduced in price. And it's at a good price, in fact. But there are cards from the rest of the regions. And in fact, the code also serves you to buy games. Well, look, Horizon. Since we were talking about Horizon here, there is one region. Turkey, quite cheap. 14 with 94, we put N8 and that's it. Discount. To access these offers, all you have to do is go to any of our videos, for example this one, and go to the video description where it says games on offer. You click on it, this will take you to Eneba, you choose anything you want to buy, or you search for it. You open the product in question, you go down to find the best price here, below you put buy, and here they ask you if you have a discount code, and you put YesDun N8. The Arkham Trilogy for PC at 3:32 p.m. Well, thank you for staying to see Neva's offer. They are sponsors of the channel. They support this content a lot and everything we do. So that you have stayed until now and you haven't turned off the video when clearly I was made to do a promotion. It is appreciated with the heart. Tomorrow is news day. Because I have accumulated a lot of news since Saturday and we have to talk about everything. But for today, we are going to leave it here. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye. Well, here I leave you more videos as always, because you keep watching videos within the channel. And in the first comment, our podcast. Kisses. Take advantage of Neva's offers really with the code. The code lasts until January 1. No, 1 of February. 1 of January, 1 of February. Bye.